Morning, everybody. Two bros, two perspective back on a Sunday morning. I'm JJ.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Steven. What's going on?
Not much. Back-to-back episodes. Nice.
Hey, back to back. Man, I was thinking about that shit. You
Yeah.
know, be consistent, man. Before that, we was like 20 in a row. You know what I mean? We was hitting
Close
every
to
week.
it, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we missed a couple of weeks, and they praying.
That's what I mean. That's
Praying
what I
for our
say.
downfall, man.
I know.
Praying for our downfall.
And it was funny because I've had a busy week and my sleep has been off or whatever, and I'm fucking tired. And Cynthia's like, "Why don't you cancel?" And I'm like, I didn't say nothing, but okay.
Right.
No, I'm gonna still get up early in the morning.
Yeah, no, I got up this morning and you know, we had that busted pipe last week. Mara had to work a new job, so this weekend she was cleaning a lot.
Yeah.
And we're night owls. We've been night, you know, we stay up late, and I guess we pass on to the kids. Kids stay up late, so alarm went off. Well, about 5 in the morning, I got up to use the restroom. I noticed she wasn't there. I see the light on under the door, so she's cleaning and shit. And so this morning I got up. It was like 6:30, and she was on the couch. And she goes, "Where you going?" I'm like, "Fucking podcast. We go every Sunday." But she stays up so late. Hell, she sleeps.
Yeah.
Sleep when I leave. By the time I get back.
Yeah.
So she probably like, "Oh shit, I didn't even notice you went." So.
Yeah, that's funny.
But yeah, hating on, you know, praying on our downfall, man. Well, damn if we do, damn if we don't. That's life.
It's all good.
That life. Shit, but yeah, it was tough getting up this morning, man. I ain't gonna lie, snoozed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was like, "Fuck." All right, let me get up. Let me go.
So everything get fixed at the house?
Yeah. Well, once they came, fixed the plumbing on Monday, the pipe, and then some started happening with our washer. I don't know if it was. I doubt it was coincidence.
Yeah.
I mean, I doubt it had something to do with the plumbing, just coincidence. Stevie calls me. He says, "Man, Dad, it sounds like the washer's running, but it's not. It's off, and it filled all the way to the top and flooded and all kinds of bullshit."
Yeah.
So I think I kind of figured it out. I think I got a leak on one faucet. So when it's time to wash, I just turn it, fills up, does its thing. Once the washer's done, turn it off.
Oh, okay.
You know, I called a washer repair place. I'm like, "Fuck, we need clothes." You know what I mean? Especially going into a new week.
Yeah, hell yeah.
He's like, $100, go out, diagnose it, and then this, that, after that. And I'm like, man, they're probably going to hit me up. And I started looking at new washers.
Yeah.
I was like, man, they'll probably hit me up for $300, $400, new washers, 5 or 6.
90 more? Shit.
Well, I was looking. What I Googled.
Where'd you look, on Marketplace or some shit?
Nah, it was like Lowe's and Home Depot.
For $500?
Just for the dryer?
You're talking about a washing machine.
I'm talking, washing machine. I mean, yeah, for a washing machine, yeah,
500?
600. I was thinking washer and dryer set. No, just the washer.
Now, because our dryer started messing up maybe a year ago or whatever. And we've had them for a long time. And they're still good. Just the dryer started making noise one day. It's making weird noise. And it stopped spinning or something. I was like, fuck. So we had to go to laundromat, first of all.
Oh, that always sucks.
It was that time where we had to wash clothes.
Yeah, no choice.
But it wasn't bad. I thought it was kind of cool, right?
Laundromat?
Yeah.
Yeah, but not every week.
No, not every week.
Yeah.
It was cool to go that one time because you throw everything in one or like 2 washing machines or 3, and then everything goes in the dryer. You're done like in an hour or hour and a half, give or take.
And tell me, you're one of those people like the rich people. Oh, it was fun hanging in the ghetto for a day, fighting with the common folk. That was cool. Nah,
it was like that. But there's a pawn shop in the same shopping center. So who did I go with? I went with Tony. And we went to the pawn shop where just hang out, whatever. It was cool. But
it's funny you say that. I mean, to cut you out, let you get back. But pawn shop, I don't know what me and Stevie were doing one day. And I was like, man, let's go check out the pawn shop.
Yeah.
Oh, I had never been. We got one in Midlothian, and it looks old-fashioned. Yeah. And it is. They don't have, like, over here, the jewelry, the guns.
Yeah.
You know, it was like old knives, old shit. But, yeah, we went over here to Cedar Hill, and he was, like, tripping out on all the jewelry.
Yeah.
He goes, where did all this come from? I said, motherfuckers that spend over their budget or some have bad times. And he just tripped out on the G. He was like, can I get that? Can I get that? Anyways, I didn't mean to interrupt you. You and Tony was at the pawn shop.
But we, stopped by the pawn. And I didn't know, like you said, I haven't been in a while either. And they have a lot of shoes there now.
Shoes?
Yeah.
Damn, what the
people
fuck?
pawning their shoes and shit.
Damn.
But anyway, it was cool. But it turned out it was, I ended up getting the parts and fixing it. It was the... I forgot the name of it, but it holds the belt.
Okay.
Idler pulley.
All right.
and it holds the belt. It broke, and I changed that. It came with the kit with the new belt and all kind of shit. And then it went out again, and it ended up being the heating element. So man, I've taken that dryer apart like 4 times in the
Pretty
last 2 years.
easy to repair it,
It's
though?
easy, yeah. If you know how to like how shit works, I guess you
Yeah,
would say.
yeah. See, that's funny. The shit that I do for work, and then I don't feel comfortable like doing shit like that. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I always think, man, I'm gonna get stuck. I ain't gonna have a certain fucking tool that I need. I ain't gonna be able to get that part or something, and
Yeah.
I'm stuck with a bunch of
But that's why like
shit.
when I do shit around the house or car, I'm always like running back and forth to AutoZone or Home Depot because it's
Yeah,
always another tool or always another
yeah,
part or something. But no, the dryer wasn't that bad. We were looking at them, and I think the good thing that saved us from not getting one was since they couldn't find the matching washers, the
mm,
matching color, because
yeah,
we didn't need the washing machine. And I was like, well, look, I'll try to fix it. And I ended up fixing it. And now we were looking at them. The thing is, we get like the big loaded ones
yeah,
because we have just 5 of us here.
yeah,
And so the big ones cost more, right? Because
yeah,
it's
yeah,
a bigger load. So the dryers we were looking at, I mean, they were $700-800
yeah.
each.
Yeah, the ones we've had at least probably about 10 years, maybe.
Yeah,
They're LG. I like them. I mean, when buying shit like that, like our refrigerator and shit, I told Mari, don't go with the super expensive one, but we go about mid-level. We know it's got to last 10, 15, 20
yeah,
years, you know what I mean? Yeah, the refrigerator, we just got a refrigerator maybe about 2 years ago. And the one we had since we were married.
yeah,
And we were given that by our in-laws, which had when Myra was
yeah.
growing up. So that thing was probably about 35 years old. So
Yeah, I think the last few times we've had to buy stuff like that, we've looked at not the high end, but it's more expensive because we go for like the
yeah,
bigger, spacious
yeah,
ones, like the fridge. We were like, damn, we're busting out of our fridge. Let's get the bigger
yeah,
one.
yeah. And that's what Myra did. When she bought that one, I was like, man, I don't even want to know the freaking price. I
Yeah,
mean, we had to take the front door off to fucking
yeah,
bring it
yeah,
in,
yeah,
and she's like, the refrigerator always looks empty, and I'm like, well, fuck, you bought an industrial kitchen fucking refrigerator. So,
yeah,
but it is cool, the space. Everybody drinks something different. So you
yeah.
got this whoever's, you know what I mean, drinks and shit like that. So like I said, they're supposed to last a long time. So we try to
Yeah, and then like I said, we've had ours for a while too, and we went to Airbnb once, and the dryer sucked, and we're like, damn, our old ass dryer's
yeah.
better than this.
So you mentioned it caught my ear. You said you buy the big one because of the 5 people, lots of clothes.
Uh-huh.
So y'all just wash everybody's shit with
No,
one. Okay.
no, everybody washes their own, but um, at the time, I want to say we bought these. I don't when Bea was born, so 13 years ago.
Okay.
So we upgraded because of the new baby clothes and all that. I still watch like our clothes, mine, Cynthia, and Bea will still wash twice a week,
Okay.
and the boys will wash theirs maybe twice a week too. So we're pushing through.
Yeah, yeah.
But now that they're older and we had the issues with the dryer, we were like, don't overload it,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Because they're older, and wear and tear type shit. But I do have that kit up in the cabinet just in case it breaks again.
All right,
Because
ready to grow.
yeah, because the belt broke again once, and we had to wait 2 days for it to come in.
Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, everybody in my household individually.
Yeah,
My shit, Stevie shit. Sometimes I'll cheat. I'm like, damn, that's a lot of loads. I'll throw somebody else.
yeah.
But you don't want the mix up. You know what I mean?
Ours
The
is
mix up of the
it's us
clothes.
three because we share the restroom. So
Yeah.
all the clothes go in the restroom
Okay.
thing. And Bea will still wash hers every now and then, but I just throw it all in.
I got you. Anyways, enough washer and dryer talk. We don't want to bore the people. Now we're just getting on.
So let's go back to pawn shop talk,
Okay.
right? I mean, we went not too long ago. Again, she's into jewelry, right?
Okay.
And
Gold?
gold, silver,
Whatever, just jewelry.
yeah. And we got her a ring for her birthday, a Hello Kitty gold nugget ring,
Okay.
right? It was cool. She wanted it. And before that, we got her a ring from James Avery, a silver ring.
Okay. James Avery's cool.
So she wanted a James Avery bracelet.
The one with the links. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Myra's got one.
she got one of those.
Those are cool.
there was like a buy two charms get a bracelet free, or whatever.
Oh,
So she
nice.
got that. But we went to Bargain City in Oak Cliff.
The original one?
Yeah, the one on
Okay.
Westmoreland. The what would you call it? A bazaar,
Okay.
right?
Well, what'd you say you went to again?
Bargain City.
Okay, I was thinking Big T, Bargain City.
Well, there's
Okay.
a story about that one too.
Okay.
So we went to Bargain City, and because that's where we got Nikki's computer,
Okay.
right? So the guy that I know, he has his little space at Bargain City, and then a little space somewhere else. But he's like, I'm gonna be at Bargain City. Come pick it up here. So we went, and she's like, "Oh, look, all the jewelry and this and that." And we bought her the nugget ring, and the cost of gold's gone up, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, "Well, I got some money. Maybe I can buy me another ring or something. You can check them out." And she's like, "Rings cost this much?" I'm like, "Yeah, the gold's gone up." She's like, "Is it even real?" I said, "It's real. These
Yeah.
guys are legit. I would say legit jewelers and stuff like that." And so then she started looking at silver, and she just didn't like anything. But it was cool to walk around Bargain City.
Yeah, yeah.
And so we left, and she wanted to go to a couple pawn shops or whatever just to look. And I think the one we went to, they didn't have that much jewelry. They had more like games and guns and stuff.
Yeah.
And last week was or the week before was her school orientation. She
Okay.
goes to Life Oak Cliff off of 35 in Ann Arbor.
Life OC.
Yeah. So she goes there, and we left early, and because we had to take her to a doctor for school physical, sports physical, whatever, and we were gonna get there early.
All right.
And I was like, "You want to go to Big T? Because it's right there
Yeah.
across the freeway." And she's like, "Yeah, let's go to Big T," because she's heard of it, but she's never been, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. It's literally
Yeah,
right there from
yeah.
the school.
And she's like, "Well, what do they got?" And I was like, "Well, remember the bazaar we went to before where we
Yeah.
got the computer?" I said, "Well, that one is cowboy hats and boots and that kind of shit. This one's not."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Well, what is it?" I said, "Probably like shoes and hair, right?" So she's like, "Okay." She didn't get it.
Yeah.
But we walk in, at first you walk in, there's the fucking weed smell. Boom, hits you right in the face. And she's like, "You can smoke in here?" I said, "I guess. I don't know."
You can smoke it.
So we walk around, and he has a lot of like hair places, but shoes, like shoe store.
Yeah. All bootleg like a mother.
I don't know.
They
I don't
are.
know how to tell. I'm sure they are, but I don't know how to tell. And she's like, "Wow, look at all shoes." She said the same thing. "Are they real?"
Yeah.
I said, "I don't know. They look real to me." But and we were just walking around, and yeah, a lot of hair and shoe places and stuff, and no cowboy hats or boots like
Nah.
at Bargain City.
Yeah. Two
You know.
different.
But the same, they had a lot of gold and stuff. I don't know. I used to like walking around the bazaar like that.
Yeah. A lot of times they have some good food.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
I think Big T's known for their pizza or something, but I think we just ate or we were gonna eat or something, and so we didn't stop.
was it Big T? I know we went to some bazaar and took baby pictures of
Yeah, that was Big T.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Chris and Isaiah and
yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
I
was way
remember it
back.
was
Was
a
it?
bazaar. But yeah, it was cool, man. Like I said, Steve had never been, so he was tripping out,
Yeah.
looking at all the shit. And yeah, I hadn't been pawn shop forever either. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So you can find some cool shit in there. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? I used to know a dude, man, because they used to give you I think $5 a DVD.
Uh-huh.
And he used to go to Dollar Tree and buy the movies for fucking $2
Mm-hmm.
and go flip them
Oh
for
shit.
$5. Yeah.
Yeah.
So motherfucker would hit up all the Dollar Trees. He had stacks. He'd come up like fucking $100 a day. But sooner or later he ran out of pawn. He had a list of the pawn shops and the movies he had given him because he'd go with the same movie and they'd be like, "Man, we got like 10 of them from you
Yeah.
already. We ain't selling the shit." So it was a good little hustle. I frequented when I was young the pawn shop a couple times. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, what happened to the PlayStation? Fuck, I don't know, man. What happened to it? Shit, got smoked up. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Drank up. So, but what's some good pawn shop finds y'all got out there, man? You can find some good shit.
Sometimes I guess like I said, I haven't been in a while, but I mean they have cool stuff in there.
Yeah, man, and the jewelry's there. I mean, I don't know if people be like, "I'm not buying from the pawn shop." Fuck, it's the same shit,
And they're checking it. They're not gonna buy the fake
Nah,
shit.
hell no. And a lot of that stuff people bought spending money above their means. So
Yeah.
it's because at the pawn shop don't make it no cheaper. Somebody
Yeah.
just, you know, you might buy a chain with somebody else's name on it, you know, or a ring with another initial on it. But now they had some good shit, man. I was like, damn, that's motherfucker. And actually, it was decent prices. You know, like you said, gold's expensive, but I think it was around. It was a holiday, and they were having all these specials and shit. So I think it was Valentine's.
Did he get anything?
Nah, hell no.
Just looking around.
Yeah, I think we're just getting out.
Yeah.
I want to say we're waiting on something, so we're just burning some time,
Yeah.
but I can't remember what. So
Yeah, that's how it was when we were at the laundromat over there. And just like, let's check it out. And I don't think he ever been either.
yeah,
I think he has the same question, like, why do people come drop their stuff off here?
yeah,
Because they need money, you know, they got
Yeah.
some just laying around and, you
or
know,
hard times.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, well, you said it need money, but not just because you spend unwisely, but sometimes life hits you and like, fuck, gotta pump some shit.
yeah.
Which sucks because I mean, pawn shop don't give a fuck what you going through. They
And we
gonna
had some
cheat your ass.
we had some chains in the jewelry box that have been there for a while, right? And I knew they were probably fake. They said 14K, right?
In your personal
Yeah.
stash? Okay.
And it was two. They were just like some links, right? And we've had them forever. These crackhead dudes came to the store, and I want to say I bought them for like $20 each.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And like I said, they were stamped 14K. And I thought about it because I knew we were going, right? And I said, look, we'll take these chains. I said, I think they're fake. I said, but they've been sitting there, I want to say at least 10 years.
Yeah.
And they hadn't changed. You know, they haven't tarnished or nothing. Granted, I didn't never wear them.
But still, over
I was
time.
like, you know what? Let's check them out. We'll get them tested and maybe they'll do a trade, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Not at the pawn shop, but at the bazaar, you know, maybe they'll buy it and we can get you something, right? If
Yeah.
they're real, but that's a long shot. But anyways, we'll go check. So, and they're nice chains. And so we went there, yeah, they weren't real. And Bea was like, and I said, you know, but they haven't changed colors. I said, you want to wear them? And she goes, no, you wear it.
Damn, she ain't trying to wear the Fugazis?
No, but she's like, wear it to see if it changes
Oh,
colors
okay.
on you, and then maybe I'll wear it. I
Uh,
said, maybe it's a type of fake gold that won't change because it hadn't.
yeah, yeah.
I was like, all right, I'll be the tester. And I wore it like 2 days later, I started getting the itchy neck and shit. I said, nah,
The
don't wear
itches.
it. Don't wear it.
You know, when Stevie was younger, he wanted to go chain, but we didn't want to spend the money. He was young, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So you can get them now where they're dipped. And they fucking come out looking like gold. They last for a long time, and if it starts wearing out, just dip it again.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
I've never been a jewelry guy. I mean, I don't even wear a wedding ring, you know, not because sometimes I feel weird. I'm like, people gonna know we're married. They
Yeah.
just say they're not really married. They just act like they are.
Yeah.
Or
They
damn,
really
Steven
get-
must be in the doghouse because
They're living in sin.
yeah, exactly. So probably about 10 years ago, maybe Mara lost her ring.
Mm-hmm.
And we're at Chili's. Well, that's what we assume happened. They got lost. We're after a baseball game. We all went to go eat. She went to the wash her hands. She took her ring off,
Yeah.
and we couldn't find it since then. So, you know, she wasn't pushing like, I need a new ring type shit. And I'm not pushing, hey, let me buy you a new
Yeah,
ring.
yeah.
For one, I was like, nah, I mean, of course you're mad. Why you fucking irresponsible with your ring? Second was like, hey, you ain't getting another
Yeah.
ring. You can get a band or
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
you know. And I mean, I never really cared, you know what I mean? And so I was like, well, I'm not gonna wear mine. Why? You know, because we'll go to parties and
Yeah.
and she'll have her. I mean, I'll have mine and she wouldn't have hers. And they're
Yeah.
like, damn, Steven's in the doghouse. Might have took the
Yeah.
ring off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To skip all that bullshit. You know how people gossip. And I don't like jewelry anyways.
Yeah.
I would wear it because obviously your wife wants you to wear it, but I hate water gets under. I was constantly taking it off anyways. So I said, well, I'd rather not wear it and know where it's at than wear it and always take it off and lose it and be like, well, why'd you take it off during work? You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I never been a jewelry guy. I got the Apple Watch for Father's Day. This, I wear it for work. I work with my hands a lot. Phone
Yeah.
rings, I can just check it.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I've never been a jewelry guy. But I've been thinking I want to give me a little chain. You know
I've
what I mean?
always been a chain person.
Yeah. Yeah, you've always.
I've always had
Yeah.
at least a chain. When I was in the military, I got that big chain. And what happened? What did I do with that one?
Pawned it.
I
No.
pawned it. I did.
Oh, shit.
You know what happened? Cynthia was coming. We were gonna get married, right? and I needed an apartment.
Yeah.
And at the time, you don't get your allowance for housing unless you're married,
Okay.
right? And man, I was like, but I gotta get this apartment before she comes, you know.
Yeah.
And it was the same shit. Like I had the money, but I was like, but then all these other expenses are
Yeah, it's gonna be
coming.
a big hit.
You know, you got first month, last month, and down payment that I
Yeah.
had to put down. And I was like, fuck, what I got that chain just sitting. I was wearing it, but I couldn't wear it everywhere. It was that tight. It was a big ass chain.
Yeah, I don't think
It wasn't an everyday chain. And I was like, let me go see what they'll give me for it, right? And it was probably just enough. It was right at that amount, first month, last month, down payment. I was like, fuck it. At least I'll get the apartment for when she comes. They were not worried about looking, you know.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. And like I said, I had the money to do it, but you know, I was flying over here, the expenses of the truck to come back, and I wasn't gonna get reimbursed for any of that because I wasn't married yet.
Yeah.
Right? And when I got back, then I had to turn all the paperwork in. Then it takes like 2 months to process, and
Yeah.
I needed it then and there.
I need my money and I need it now.
Yeah,
Like the
and I didn't want to do that kind of shit, right? So I pawned it for that. But I've always been one to have a chain.
Yeah. And I think I do now. I think it's just for me, maybe it's a Mexican thing, who knows? It's just a grown man, you know, you gotta have a chain.
It's a maybe like you said, grown man kind of thing because I don't know if you watched that show Blackish.
Nah, I don't watch
That's
that.
funny as show. But there's an episode about chain.
Yeah.
You know, when you give your son first chain or you got your chain that you wear every day.
Yeah.
And that show's fucking funny, man. It's called Blackish, but I think it relates to more to like a family man adult type
Gotcha.
shit. You know what I mean?
So, but with that being said, I'm like, if I do that, I gotta come with something grown manish, you know, not no little bitty.
Not really, because like I said, we were looking at them and fucking shits are expensive, right?
Hey,
You
I
know?
get that shit on Afterpay.
I got a
That
little
bitch,
rope thing, and it's enough.
Yeah, that one's not bad. And that's what I'm looking at, a rope.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, growing up, I like the what's the one with the links, the Cuban links,
Cuban links, yeah.
and all that shit. But I think just a good little rope chain. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. Maybe not next Sunday. I said maybe next episode I have one. But
let's take a trip to the pawn shop.
right, go to the pawn shop. So on a Valentine's, because they were like 25% off that day. So maybe that's why the prices were good. But yeah, I mean, but also you don't have. I mean, they're hurting too, so they need to get rid of shit too.
Maybe so, but like a little ring, like let's say she's 13, so she had little hands. It was a Texas, right? She likes nugget rings, so it was a Texas, and that shit was almost $200 for a little ring. It wasn't even that heavy.
Nah. I saw some good size chains that day for like 500-600 that I would consider nice size and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we'll see. Like I said, I'm not big on jewelry. It took me a while to get used to this thing. You know, I enjoy it. It was a good present. I'd always wanted one. Not like I want to, I call them iWatch. What are they? Apple Watch?
Apple Watch, yeah.
But mostly for work, you know, real convenient and shit. And it's pretty badass, but I don't use it for shit. Like,
well, that's the same thing with the chain. I've always wore a watch.
Yeah.
And I hate if I forget it or something. I hate that I don't have a watch on.
Yeah.
So I have the Apple Watch, and then I have a nice Citizen watch, you know, for going out or whatever.
Got you.
But it's funny because when you wear the regular watch and you don't hear the ding, you miss a lot of texts or calls because you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, so that's what it's most convenient for. And the time. I never realized the time. It just, I don't have to pull out my phone all the time. So, and so when you see me and Maya not wearing our rings, it's not because we're fighting. We don't fight no more. We're too old for all that shit. You know what I mean? I don't do stupid shit no more. Well, not enough to be mad. Like last night I walked in and, you know, we get our groceries delivered. And for some reason, it's like, if I got to do something, I was like, well, the groceries are fixing to be here. I'm like, okay, well, fucking bring them in. You know what I mean? Like, I have to be there. Like, she's so opposed of it. So yesterday, we'll get to this story too. Me and Stevie went out to a little graduation barbecue. Yes, graduation. I'll get to that. But, and we get home and the waters are on the front. Everything else, I told Steve, grab the water and take it inside. So we go inside and Stevie Myers putting the shit up, and Stevie's like, what did he say? He goes, "Oh, you brought everything in?" No, he said this was too heavy for you, and she was like, "Well, I brought everything in L10 by myself."
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's just regular groceries, you know what I'm saying? Okay, the
Still,
water's leaving, cool.
still.
And he goes, "Wow, whoa, my God!" And I'm walking in, going to my room. I go, "Right," and I just hear her say, "What did you say?" And I'm like, "Oh shit!" So I'm over there taking a piss, and I'm thinking, I'm already gonna tell her, I was on the phone. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, fuck, I pushed the button.
Yeah.
And then I seen some ants on the wall. So she walks in getting ready to take, and she hates bugs. If she sees a water bug or an ant,
Yeah,
she's cleaning the whole fucking house.
Yeah.
So I know, I was like, okay. She walks in like ready to bitch me out, and I'm like, man, I saw some ants. And she's like, what? You know, so I wiggled out of that one. But my point was, we don't argue over stupid shit. She would have told me to shut up, or you know what the hell I'm talking about. I would have made up some lie or whatever. I was on the phone, but you know, so no rings don't mean, you know, I don't need my wife to wear a ring to make her feel like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, if when, you know, hey, 20, 25 anniversary's coming up, maybe I'll go to the pawn shop, find a new ring. You know what I'm saying? I think I got the old Zales box. I say, but hey, you got a Zales box?
Yeah,
I got the ring. I just need the box. But, you know, we're not big on that, you know, rings cool. You know, everybody lets everybody know you're married or whatever. But I mean, the ring ain't gonna. Whether a ring or not, your wife or husband's gonna do what they're gonna do.
We've been married 25 years, and I think we upgraded hers at 13. We said lucky 13 got an upgrade, and it was a nice upgrade.
Yeah.
And the way it works is the value of the ring. If you want a new one, you get the value, but you have to buy it double.
Okay, so if your ring is worth 5, they'll give you the credit, but you got to spend 10.
You got to buy 10. Yeah, you have to upgrade.
That's still not bad.
It's not bad. You still get the. So we were looking at some, and I was just like, do you want to spend that much on a ring? Another card to, you know, your ring is really nice and it really upgraded to better than, you know, what a lot of people have. Not that it's a flashy thing, but it's more like I don't know, it's time to upgrade type thing.
Yeah.
So we're looking at them, but I'm not.
Currently.
Last year we started.
Okay.
But I think we were talking, and we just don't want no more cards or nothing. So we're not gonna. I think she's gonna wait. And mine, I just have a little black band, and I think mine because it went out of style. My old one, and I didn't wear it no more.
Out of style? What was it? Just a gold band?
A gold band with a little diamond in the middle. And I think I had gained a lot of weight, so it wasn't fitting that good anyway.
Yeah.
But then when I went to put it back on, it was like, this is like way out of style.
Yeah.
So she got me this black band a few years ago.
Mine, I like mine. I don't think it's out of style. It's black, and it's got like 4 diamonds in it. Yeah. It's pretty clean. I mean, I would wear it not because of course I'm proud to be married, but not like, oh, I'm married. I was like, damn, this bitch clean. I always wear black. It matches everything.
Yeah.
Had a black guest watch at the time, but it's right there. So, you know, but doing something like that, like if Myra was into that, like, hey, it's been 10 years, 15 years, I want to upgrade a little bit. Yeah, I get it, but she's not, we're not just jewelry people, you know, but if she was into it, and it was a nice ring I had got her too, you know what I mean? Yeah. And by now it would have needed to be upgraded. I mean, we got married when I was 21, you know what I mean? So back then, what we could afford.
Yeah, for sure.
More for a young adult, woman. Now she's a grown woman, you know what I mean? And then plus, you know, we're in Midlow, and all our baseball team, you know, they got a little bread, so we be seeing them fat ass rings. So maybe it's good she lost her ring right there, you know what I mean? So, but you know, if she wanted one, who knows? Maybe, you know, if it made her happy, like, hey, I want to start wearing her rings. But like, I mean, been 20-some years, like, it is what it is.
Maybe she's used to not wearing a ring too.
That too, and she's not a jewelry person. She never wear earrings, you know.
Yeah.
She's not big on that. I think back then it was, you know, I'm a hot guy, so all the women wanted me. So she's like marking her territory. Now she's like, okay, I got him.
Old ass fool.
Nah, not that fool. I got him. He ain't going nowhere. Not the old ass fool. Nobody wants him no more. But you know what I'm saying? You know, back then you just want to show everybody they were married.
Yeah, I got her some earrings maybe 2 years ago. I forgot what happened to hers, or because she always wears studs. And it was crazy. I was like, all right, I'll go get you some. We were at the mall. Me and the kids were at the mall. And I was like,
30.
yeah, and we went, and I went to a few places, and kind of pricing them out or whatever, and I found a
Yeah.
good deal on some. And so I got them. They were decent size and decent amount, whatever. And maybe a few weeks later, she's like, I lost one of my earrings. I said, what the fuck?
Ooh.
I was like, what do you mean you lost it? And she's like, I was um, trying on clothes. She was at the mall trying on clothes, and it might have fell off. And I was like, oh shit.
You can't do shit with one earring.
No, and I was like, I just bought them, and whatever. And I couldn't be mad because it wasn't on purpose, but I was still kind of
Yeah, you still
upset.
get mad.
And it was funny because I went back to the mall
Ah,
and
hell
went to
no.
that dressing room. I was like, and
Oh shit.
nothing, of course, nothing or whatever. We looked in her car, nothing. And she was home and she was changing. And when she took off her shirt, the fucking earring fell off.
Oh shit.
So we got
See, now I
lucky.
would have been happy and mad. I'm like, I just crawled around that fucking.
I didn't care.
Yeah, you just found it.
Yeah, we found it. So
That's
it
what
was
happened
good.
with Stevie. It was pretty cool last year for Christmas. Nene and he wants everything Nene and Joshy got. They got earrings. He wants everything.
Yeah.
And they put their money together and they bought him some nice diamond earrings. They go with which is still a diamond, the lab diamonds.
Yeah.
And they're just not fucking
From the mines and shit.
yeah and shit. And they're real. You know what I
they're
mean?
still real.
So I mean, they're still expensive too because we just had to buy. But he lost them.
Damn.
And one day he wake up and we're walking around and just have one on. Where's the other earring? Oh damn, what the hell? So he ended up losing them, and I think we vacuumed them up one day
Yeah.
because we were in the vacuuming the car and it looked like what was there and just fucking went up like fuck. But anyways, he wanted some new ones for his birthday. They're still expensive even though they're lab diamonds. And I was looking at the prices and you got a little circle with a bunch of little ones in it. I think they were an eighth of a carat or
Yeah.
And I told Ma, I was like, man, he's gonna fucking lose them. I mean, why we're gonna spend all this money? They'll be gone.
Maybe not yet,
But now one was that kept popping off. Now he's got the screw back.
Yeah.
And now he takes them off. We went to the store the other day, and I'm like, "Where's your fucking earrings?" I took them off. I'm like, "Okay, good."
Plus, with sports, can he wear them? He normally can't wear jewelry during sports, right?
Yeah, you can earrings and
can.
shit.
Okay.
But I think that's kind of how he lost them. He's lost a shitload of earrings. We bought them, but they're not all the real diamonds. A lot of times, go to fucking Claire's and shit.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
taking his fucking batting helmet
That's what
off his
yeah,
catcher, yeah, it affects him. So I know when he first got him, he's got his catch. Like, take him off. I'm like, nobody fucking see him.
That's what I mean. Yeah, what's the point?
So, but yeah, so we bought him those earrings. Back to real quick, you brought up James Avery. That's the only thing Myra ever really wore. We got her one of those bracelets, and that's pretty cool because I always had a birthday idea.
Yeah.
Hey, another fucking charm,
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I mean? And she's got like a music one. Isaiah was in the band, baseball, of course, Whataburger.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. I mean, if you ain't got no ideas for a gift real quick, just buy a fucking charm.
Yeah, I would get years ago. Cynthia got her the Pandora one with that's not the charms that hang. You slide them on or whatever.
Oh, okay, and they go around.
Yeah,
Or whatever.
but she stopped wearing jewelry. She just stopped. She wears her ring. She has bracelets and stuff, but she just
Yeah.
didn't really like them anymore, or didn't match whatever. So she has a bunch of stuff in there. She's not really big on jewelry anymore. I
Gotcha,
think she
gotcha.
wears like one chain that probably not even real. It's just that she bought it for.
Yeah.
I think it has something on there. But I know in the past I bought her bracelets and stuff, and she wore them, but I think she's just not
Yeah.
doesn't like it anymore.
Yeah, I think me and Myra, we just or maybe me more, I'm always like, man, that money can go to something else or go to savings. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I got my eye on the prize when the kids are all gone. I want to have some money in the bank account. So
Yeah.
I try to, looking at the long run. Hopefully I'm around, tomorrow's never promised. So hopefully I don't die with the money I plan to have some fun with. And then Myra go out and have some fun with
They'll have fun
her
with
new
it.
husband.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Motherfucker gonna go on vacation out my money, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, okay.
No, we'll leave
Okay.
it.
All right. But man, check it out. So yeah, I brought it up. Went to a graduation party. Salute. My boy Baby G. Jose, his son, graduated. Like I told him, he Had to do a little bit of summer school, I think a week or some, and graduated late. Still had a ceremony, and we were talking about it. I was like, fuck, it don't matter. You know,
Yeah.
it's still, he started something, he finished it. So
Yeah.
we went out there yesterday. Me and Stevie Meyer had a lot of shit to do at the house since we lost our water last week.
So that was another conversation of you not wearing your ring and Myers not with you. And
that too, but
that happened. Remember that they asked, they were
oh
talking
yeah,
about
with you and
me?
Cynthia, yeah. Oh shit, he don't have his ring. Myra didn't come.
Yeah.
But if you know Myra and she don't go, you know it's not because of that. She usually got something to do, and uh, you know it is what it is.
Yeah.
A bunch of yeah, my boy's wife is there, a few females, but when I go with someone like that, it's mostly just
Yeah.
hanging out with the boys type
Yeah.
shit. You know what I mean? So it was cool, man. Barbecue, swimming. It was cool, man. We got to talking about our health and shit. He's having a few health issues. You know, I'm not gonna put his business out there, but just, I was like, man, same here. You know what I mean? And just a conversation, and man, we're getting fucking old. You know what I mean? And as you get older, your body gets older too, and it ain't gonna get no better.
No.
You know, you can't revive your liver, your lung. Speak lungs. I'm, one to preach and doing the same shit, but it made me think, I got to get to the fucking doctor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Last week when we had when we filmed the episode, I was knee deep in shit. This week, everything at work's calmed down. I'm pretty much reaching my goals. And, I told you what happened Friday. We got a saying in fire alarm, man, and everybody says it not on purpose, but it's like, fuck, it's always something.
Yeah.
And that's what our slogan is.
Yeah.
Always fucking something.
Right.
I had this fucking school ready for inspection for Monday, 9:00, and fucking janitor spills water on one of our power supplies, fry the shit, fucking half the school don't work.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck. And I was going over there about 2:30 just to drop something off, and I was gonna go home. Had a long week and end up being there till fucking 8:00, 8:30 or whatever. But it is what it is. Now we're kind of calm, told all the guys take the day off. Go take care of your families. We're worrying about all these other kids starting school. Let's worry about our kids. You know what I mean? So, everything's calmed down. A lot of weight off my shoulders. I got one more inspection to pass Monday, and everybody gets to start school on time.
Cool.
So, it goes back to I don't know what anybody believes this day, but back to a Bible verse. I think it's in Matthew, and I always tell people, but it's like, don't worry about tomorrow because today has enough issues to worry about.
Yeah.
But and that's what I was doing. I kept thinking a day, 2 days ahead, 3 days ahead, and everything ended up falling in line in the long run.
That's cool.
So that's one thing, whether the Bible or not, is worry about today's issues because tomorrow has enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but it worked out good, man. And I told my boss once the summer's completely over, I'm gonna take like a week off. You know what I mean?
You should.
Some self-care. Kids will be back at school. Well, just Stevie back at school. Isaiah's working nights, so he sleeps off for. Speaking of Isaiah, man, he works nights, man, and I hate. Like he wanted a haircut, and I was like, okay, well, I didn't get mine, but I said, well, you need to. If you want me to take you, you need to go when we go.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna take a special trip.
Extra trip. Yeah.
Especially he don't have a car, so Stevie took him, and I just hate it because he wants me to wake him up, but then he's all fucking rude and tired. I'm like, morning, and I'm playing the jams, and he's like covering his head, and I'm like, dude, then don't fucking get up and get a haircut. That's one thing I don't like,
Y'all go to Oak Cliff, right?
Huh?
Just go to Oak Cliff. So.
I'll get home and he gets up and he's walking around. I'm like, hey, what's up, man? Huh? You work today? Yeah. Oh, and I just feel like getting up and slapping his ass. Like, motherfucker, like, we're all tired, but I'm not rude, and I always think I'm going to start doing that shit. Because sometimes he's in a good mood and he tells you, hey, what's up, Dad? I just don't be rude, bro. We know you're tired. We know you're working. We don't need all the fucking dramatics. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
You chose to work nights.
He did. He did.
Yeah, I remember you said that.
And, I'm like, dude, get over it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Fuck. The next time I'm not going to wake your ass up. I don't want to deal with your shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, I look in the mirror and he's got his hoodie over his head and like covering his ears. I'm like, motherfucker, turn this shit up louder. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's a trip. Shout out to Isaiah though, man. He working hard. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's like he never has a day off. He's picking up shifts on his day. I don't know what he's got planned. Hopefully he'll buy a fucking car. You know what I mean?
I got the opposite here. Nikki, he stopped working. He only worked weekends at my mother-in-law's restaurant as a server. But he's like, I don't want to work. I want to take some time off before school. But then there was some like family shit that was going on there that he didn't want to be a part of, you know.
Okay.
So I think that was part of it too, which, you know, I'm glad he noticed that he didn't want to be part of that, you know.
Recognizing.
Yeah. So, but then I come home too and I see him, and I haven't seen him like in 4 days because he's just been locked up in his room.
Yeah.
And I told Cynthia, I said, man, I hate that he quit. I understand why.
So he quit.
Yeah, he quit. He's not work. He hasn't worked like in a month.
So he's not taking time. He quit.
What do you mean?
Because he said he wanted some time off before school.
Yeah.
So he's going back, or he quit.
He quit. He's not going back to work.
Fuck.
So
He was a good waiter too.
I was like, I hate that he's just sitting in his room doing nothing. And she's like, leave him alone. You know, that's like, it was only weekends. I said, I get it that, you know, he didn't want to be part of the bullshit or whatever. I said, but I just hate that, you know, I'm getting up in the morning and making my lunch for work at 4:30 in the morning. And I hear him on the phone. Like, this motherfucker probably hasn't been asleep. And he's in sleep all day. And I'm gonna get home and
it bothers you.
It bothers me. She's like, leave him alone. I'm like, it's just the
it's
point.
Like, motherfucker, you. Well, Nicky's in between, man. He's in between of, you should be working and okay, you just graduated. Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah. So he's in a good spot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. You can't really bitch at him, but it bothers you, and it goes. And I wanted to discuss this. It goes to something I watched last night, and he says the worst thing in this world is wasted talent. What movie is that from?
Is it Bronx Tale?
Yep.
Yeah, Bronx Tale.
Yep, good. That's good. So, Chaz Palmintado, I forgot how to pronounce his name. It's hard to pronounce. The one that plays Sonny.
Yeah.
And I didn't know this. I ran across this shit. I downloaded the app just to watch it. It's fucking badass. But for 30 years, he's been doing a one-man show of the Bronx Tale.
Really?
By himself. It's his story. That Bronx Tale is based on his life. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. I thought he was just an actor.
No, it was based on his life. So he really, his name is Calogio.
Yeah.
That's his real name. That's him. And he grew up with Sonny.
Okay.
But he does the whole fucking movie by himself. And dude, when I tell you that shit was badass, man, you got to watch it. It's called A Bronx Tale One-Man Show. Mm-hmm. But he started it 30 years ago. Somebody offered him, he had $200 in his bank account. Somebody offered him $1 million for the rights.
Yeah.
He declined it.
Oh, shit.
Then he got another offer. And it was Robert De Niro's first acting or producing role. He said, the only way I'll sell these rights if I get to play Sonny.
Okay.
And he got to play Sonny. Look, 30 years later. Dude, when I tell you that thing had my attention, I mean, it's trip. He does every character. He does the friends that get burned up. He does the girl. He does his dad. He does Sonny. He does Tony Cakes with the ugly face, the fat guy, the whales. I mean, you got to watch it, man. That was sweet, man.
I tried to check it out.
It was super cool. And then it made me go watch Bronx Tale. That's why I'm tired.
That everybody who's watched Bronx Tale growing up have tried the lock the door.
Yeah. Of course.
Did it work?
You got to be the great one. Hell no, mine didn't.
Shit doesn't work.
No, well now you got the button, click. You know what I mean? Yeah. But he does that part. You know what I mean? And he does the kid see, you know, with the kid voice. He does the Sonny. I mean, dude, when I tell you, I was like, man, this dude's fucking talented, man. Like, you don't even realize it's not boring. And he's in front of, he's on the stage, just a microphone and a chair and a big ass audience. And
I've only one man show that I've seen is John Leguizamo.
I hate that guy.
I like him, but he's the like way he came up that way doing his one man show.
Well, Chaz is last name's hard to say, but for some reason they call him Chaz. He's got a long ass fucking Italian name. Was the first one man show ever in history, and then after that, like opened the doors. For
I think that's how he came up. Back in the day.
I was like, damn, I've watched this movie a million times. It's one of the classics.
Yeah, if it's on, I'll watch it.
Yeah, for sure. I got a few movies: Shawshank, Forrest Gump, Goodfellas, and that's in there. You know, it's a classic. So I was like, damn, I've been watching this shit for probably my whole life because it's been out forever. And I never knew this. You know what I mean? I thought it was just a movie, but it's based on his fucking life. And at the end, it shows old pictures of his mom and dad and, you know, shit like that. So that was pretty cool, man. Check it out.
Might check it out today.
It's I forgot what app. I never even heard of it because we've got YouTube TV or one of those. and it's always like your next watch, and you click on it, and it'd be like a Tubi or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Download. It was free. Gotta watch the commercials. You know.
Yeah.
This one's got long ass commercials. It'd be like 700 seconds left. I'm like, God damn. You know, because sometimes it's like 15 seconds. I'm like, fuck, how many? I'm over 60 divided by 300. God damn, this 4 minute long commercial. But it gives you time. And I listen to Kid Craddock. You listen to Kid Craddock?
Every now and then.
And that's one thing Kelly Raspberry says. She goes, I don't mind the commercial. Give me time to get up, go use the restroom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Go make a sandwich.
But then when you're used to no commercials, it's a pain. That
it takes a little bit to get used to it. You know what I mean? But if you arrange it like or you know, you watch YouTube or whatever, you know, if you arrange it right and you know you got the commercials, okay, I can go put a load of laundry, I can go get something to eat or run outside and do something real quick. You know? But no, man, I recommend that shit, man. I
might try to check it out.
And then to see at the end, like I said, that it was actually a true story. I was like, oh shit, man.
I think I heard it was a true story, but I didn't know it was his story.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And you know, you could see the emotions when Sonny dies, and you could tell like he remembers like it was yesterday. You know? And that's pretty cool. You know, I'm big into all that mafia shit. You know what I mean? And Sonny ended up being like the head of everything, and you know, so he was part of that history. So it's pretty cool, man. And like I said, that's why I was up so late. I watched the original movie. I was like, nah, you know, when you see something like that, just like when I told you about the Black Hawk Down documentary, and you go back, it just means it's a lot better. You know what I mean? I mean, it means a lot more. But then I got caught up on another show, so I was up to about 1. I started watching. You ever heard of Hunter's Wives? The Hunter's Wives? Well, I heard about it on the radio. I started watching it, and that shit's tripped out, man.
Hunter's Wives?
Yeah, the Hunter's Wives. But it's about these wives in Texas, and they shoot shotguns, and the mayor and his wife have like an open relationship.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So it's kind of, I wouldn't say it's a girl show, but it's based mostly around the wives. So I don't know.
It's like I started watching somehow Mormon Wives, that one.
Man, I started watching that too, but then Myra lost her debit card and Hulu didn't get paid. And I went back to watch it after we upgraded, and I couldn't get back into it.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm at. It's just, and then I started watching that. What's it called? Not Love Island, but the one with the 90-day guys.
Oh, the hotel one?
Yeah, no, not the hotel. They're in Mexico,
where they're all at all the different seasons. Yeah.
But then that's one that same thing. Cynthia walks in and it's just
that's what happened yesterday.
Robert, 2 girls and shit like that.
That's what happened last night. So I'm watching it, and you know, nobody never comes out of their room. Stevie don't, and it's a lesbian scene out of the whole fucking show, and they're showing the titties and everything, and they're like that, and I hear the door open, and I'm like, fuck. So I go to pause it. And it pauses his right there. And so I ain't got no choice now. I don't know if I can see his reflection through the TV and shit. He walks to the kitchen, gets some water, and I hear the door like, yeah, what's the chances? You know? Dad, here goes Dad at midnight watching this dirty show. You know? Just like, you know, Grandpa used to be watching Sábado Gigante or the old Spanish shows at 12 o'clock and be with the baddies. You know what I mean? And I'm like, damn, Grandpa, what you watching? So maybe I was catching him at the wrong time too. You know what I mean?
That's funny.
Yeah, that's tripped out. But yeah, it's a pretty good show, man. The Hunter's Wives. I heard about it on. You know, I go through and I just, you know, you have all these apps and sometimes you be searching for 2 hours and not find something that you want to watch.
Like I said, I watch it for entertainment, right? And that's what I do. But one movie that I always watch, like if I can't find shit and I know that it's probably not something that Cindy really watch it with me, but she hears it, right?
Yeah.
And if I don't want to hear like, what the fuck you watching type of thing, or what is this, or oh my God, one of your shows again.
Yeah.
I put on End of Watch, the movie End of Watch.
Damn.
Have you seen that one?
Yeah. With what's that Mexican dude's name?
Michael Pena and Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
For some reason, I could watch that movie over and over and over. Yeah.
I've seen it a few times, but I haven't watched it like that over and over.
Yeah.
One I watched like that is American Gangster 2. I really like that one with Frank Lucas.
Yeah.
That's a good one, but you know, I always go with the classics. Like I said, if worst comes to worst, I can't find nothing. Just find something with the drama, Housewives or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's entertaining.
Yeah, it don't matter which Housewives.
It's one of those shows that you don't have to watch it You can be like distracted by
Yeah.
something and still watch it.
You know, it's funny. Like the Orange County one, like if there's nothing on TV, I already know it's gonna be entertaining. There's gonna be
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
I'll be like, damn, these old bitches are still on here. And I'll be like, and you keep on watching. I'm like, I guess, you know what I mean? Because I mean, they've been on 20 years and they were young.
It's like the Mormon wives, right? They're Mormons. Like, what kind of shit would be on? That's, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, but then they're having a dildo party and shit, and like, and that's when Cynthia walks in, or that's the episode that she happens to
The
be.
dildo party.
That happens to be she's laying there on her phone, watching
Yeah.
TikTok or something. So I just stopped. I was like, I can't do this no more.
You know what? Start watching cartoons and shit. Fuck it. They can't walk in with nothing. You know what I mean? Fuck. Watch the Cosby Show.
Yeah.
Watch Theo, man. But yeah, that's what it is. So this weekend I was tired. Friday, got home after that bullshit. Had some drinks, little whiskey.
Yeah.
And then woke up early, man. Fucking calling me from a school. Then when took boys get their haircuts and went to that little barbecue, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was tired. I really didn't want to go, but when you got a good friend, Jose, we've been friends for fucking 30 years. And, when somebody invites you, you want to go, show love. But he's one of the friends, like, we may not talk for a year. Like, when we moved to Midlothian, there was a lot going on. I kind of cut everybody off.
Yeah.
But if I call, he always answers because I always answer. You know what I'm saying? He's probably, out of all my homeboys I grew up with, probably one of the only ones I really talked to. You know, that friendship was actually more than that.
Mm-hmm.
He's got 4 kids. All 4 of my kids are all their same ages. You know, so we want to show some love. We're proud of his son. Grew up, knew his son since he was,
Yeah.
So it was all good. Show the other kids like, hey, if you didn't graduate in time, and you still can do it. He graduated from Sunset. He was happy, felt good. And that's a good feeling. And then. Like you said, your diploma don't say when you graduated, you got it, you finished it, you
can check that box that you
accomplished something. I didn't graduate. I got kicked out of school. I think it was like the first report card senior year, and then I went through all of my journey that I went through. And when I got into this low voltage shit, I applied for a job, ADT. It was about the time I was like 18, 19, $20 an hour, company vehicle. Back then, if you was hitting 20s, you was good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh shit, motherfucker, $20 an hour? And they said they couldn't find records of my diploma, didn't have one, didn't get the job. And I was like, man, this is the first and only time that I get denied a good opportunity for it. I went and got my GED.
Yeah.
And some people, GED. I'm like, well, shit, I got the same job, a diploma.
Yeah.
Don't fucking. Maybe at that time, you're like, fuck, I want my diploma. But as you get out of high school, it don't fucking matter.
Yeah.
It's all the same shit. To do what I do, you got to take your fire exam, 2 tests with the state. And I had a guy, he got like a 72, he just passed. And I was like, who gives a fuck? You got the same license I got.
Yeah.
License don't have a fucking grade, so that's what it turns into, So, but it is what it is, man. It was a good week. Accomplished a lot of shit. Yesterday, like I said, went there, got home, watched fucking TV, just relax. You know what I mean? Today ain't gonna do shit. Do a bunch of laundry and. I think some football going on right now.
I don't watch preseason though.
No. But it was cool. Yeah. I don't watch it either, but I saw something on TikTok where CeeDee Lamb, you see him get laid out by the referee?
Mm-mm.
So he's on the sideline. He ain't suited up. I don't know why. Usually they'll play a drive or two, but I don't know why. But he turned his back and he was like celebrating something. The fucking referee's running. And, took him out. I wasn't surprised he didn't hurt something. Man. That referee took him out like a champ, man.
Damn.
So it's been kind of going viral and shit, but. Other than that, like I said, I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna binge Hunter's Wives today when I get home.
Yeah.
So and Mara, when I was watching that Bronx Tale, I know she was looking like, "What is he watching?" Because it was like a play.
Yeah.
She was, fuck is he watching? But if you know the movie, as soon as they're talking, you should know what the fuck they're talking about.
That's why you said, when you said wasted time, I knew where that was from.
Yep. So and that's his whole thing in the beginning. It says it that. But other than that, how was your week, man? What'd you get into?
Well, I was off Monday. But it was for first day of school, right? I always take that day off.
So they started Monday already? Damn.
And
till Thursday.
But I stayed back. I stayed home to work on the truck. The wheel bearing was making a lot of noise. And it turned into, we need a new car. Like, no, it's the wheel bearing.
When you say truck, you mean the Infinity or the Jeep?
Okay. SUV. It turned into, that's why we need a new car. We don't need a new car. I need to just change the bearing.
Need a new car, man.
And I haven't never done it before, but I knew that's what the noise was, right?
Yeah.
And I know we've taken it to get fixed years ago. And I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. It was like $200 for the bearing, and I was like, I'm just gonna do it. So
Yeah.
you go on YouTube and figure it out. It's pretty much a brake job plus taking off the bearing, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And they're like, just bang on it and it'll pop off, right? Yeah,
Not that easy.
not that. I was probably banging on that bitch for like an hour and a half. Bam, bam, bam. Finally, and you don't want to hit it too hard because you got other shit
Yeah,
that
you don't want to fuck something up.
So finally it popped off, and it was probably about 9 o'clock at night.
Damn.
And I had to put the new one back on, then do the brakes.
And work the next day.
No, I was off. I did Sunday night.
Okay.
I started Sunday night.
Okay.
And so the next morning it rained. I was like, shit,
You sure did.
So I
Rain
I had to
hard
wait
too.
for the rain to stop.
Hell yeah.
Cynthia took Bear to school and work, and I finished that, and then had to do some stuff here at the house. So it was a day out, but not really.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was able to take care of it, and probably saved probably $1,000 doing it myself, because that shit was expensive, like, to get it done.
Yeah.
But I see why, because it's labor intensive, right?
Yeah. Shit, man, I just be scared to do that type of shit. I don't know why. I just be like, man, I just get it done. I don't want to be stuck at 9. But you've always been kind of into that shit. So
yeah, like I said, if you know how stuff works, like I said, I never did it, but I know what it is.
Yeah.
And I know where the sound was coming from. And I've done brake jobs and stuff. Kind of like the dryer, it runs on a belt and a pulley and a motor. So I mean, it's just, if you know that kind of stuff, you can figure it out. But I just got tired of paying people. And then our AC went out.
In the car?
Right? In the house.
Oh shit.
So we were like,
this week?
Yeah, Monday. It was funny because I was home, right? But I was doing shit. I wasn't in the house until maybe an hour and a half before I had to go to the store. So I thought it was a little warm, but Cynthia keeps it warm, right?
Okay.
So she doesn't like, so I don't fuck with the thermostat, right? So anyways, I leave, she comes home, and she's like, the AC's not working. I said, what? She said, how did you not know, right? I said, I wasn't really inside.
Yeah.
And this is a funny story. So she's like, she kept on, how did you not know? She goes on this fucking rant. I said, okay, let me call the dude, see if he can come, right? So, okay, he's coming, he says he's coming.
Same day?
Yeah. And still, I said, look, I was in the house with the kids. They didn't know either.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to put it on the kids? I'm like, I'm just saying, nobody knew, right? Nobody knew. Maybe it just happened. She's like, it's 85 degrees. And it didn't just happen. And it's just like this whole thing.
Damn, sister-in-law, give him a break.
It's like, come on, man. And in my head, I'm thinking it's probably the fan motor, but I don't fuck with electrical, house electrical. I'll do a light or a ceiling fan, but that's different, right? You don't want to fuck up the AC.
Yeah, no, hell no.
And so he came, it was the motor, but he didn't have the part, so he had to come the next day. So that night was fucking sucked.
Man, I don't know.
He said it probably was the lightning because the house did flicker.
Yeah.
He said probably shorted it out or something, but that sucks. But I think the fan motor, I can change it. But nobody was open to go get one.
Yeah.
So at that point, plus I was busy, I couldn't go get it.
Shit, but something like that, especially in the summer, man, you just want to get it fixed.
But when I saw him do it, I was like, yeah, that would probably be more complicated than what I could have done.
Because you ain't got time, like with the car, to start it one day, hopefully.
And then you have another car if you don't finish, right? You don't have another AC.
Hell no, it's fucking hot. You be renting a room.
Yeah.
Or sleeping at the in-laws.
Yeah, something like that. So, but it got fixed. But it was that kind of week. And then, talking about haircuts, I went back to my old barber now.
Damn, another barber? You switched again?
No, the one I went to before. I haven't switched barbers in 3 years, right? And before that, I hadn't gone to another barber in probably 6.
But still, that's a lot of...
It was the same guy for 6, and then 3, and I went back to the guy I was at before.
Man, you're a barber slut, fool.
Nah, what happened is, I told you he's late sometimes, right?
Yeah.
And then I had an appointment, and I go to him because he does early appointments and weekend appointments. And the guy I was going to, he was back then, I guess more than 4 years ago, he was running late all the time.
Yeah.
And then what got me the last time with this dude was I was in the chair and this fool was like, bro, I haven't eaten lunch. You mind? And this fool went to get a ceviche across the street. I'm like, I can't do this shit. He went up on price. The price doesn't matter. It's just the service.
What's the
right?
price?
It went now it was 35 before. Now I'm gonna pay it's 50 now.
Fuck.
But the price is it's not really unless it goes way up. 50 is tough, right?
50 is a lot.
But it is what it is.
Especially with that type of customer
But
service. Fuck that.
that was back then, right? More than 4 years ago. So then this fool, I got the alert in the morning, your appointment's in 1 hour or whatever. So I know I was on the books and I
Yeah.
got the alert when I booked the shit.
Yeah.
So I get there, he's not there. Text him, no answer. Said, fuck it, I guess I'm leaving. But this is the last fucking straw, right? So I'm on the way home. He's like, hey, bro, I didn't see you on the books. Did you schedule with the right app? I'm like, same fucking app I schedule every time. Well, I didn't see in the books. He screenshotted the appointment log. And Cynthia was like, he probably deleted your appointment.
of course.
And he's going to screenshot that.
Man, that's just like saying, man, I never got
Yeah.
the text. Delete.
So
delete.
I screenshotted the text and the email that I got, shot it back to him.
Fuck.
Say whatever. So I called this other fool, Julian, and not even call him. I booked on his app, and I was like, "Fuck, $50, fuck it." And
That's beard and everything.
yeah.
Still, that's a lot.
So, but he washes you, and
Fuck
all
that.
that stuff.
Washes you like
The hair,
Oh,
brush your hair
Fuck. Still.
before and after.
I wash my own shit.
But he was on time, and good conversation like always. And we had caught up. I had seen him every now and then because he'll
Yeah,
go by
yeah.
the store, and I seen him at a coffee shop. And
But then you go through the awkward conversation. Where you been at, bro?
no, I think he knows. I
Okay.
think he knew.
So why did you leave this guy?
Julian, the one I'm going to now
Yeah,
again,
the one that you went back to.
because he was the one that went to eat ceviche where I was fucking in the chair.
And then the other one was because he didn't show up was the last straw.
Yeah, because he has always
Okay,
been late.
okay.
He was just always late.
Damn, you need to go to my barber, man. I love my barber. Yesterday I even left and I sent him more tip.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I tipped him when we left. But then I was like,
But if Julian, the one we went back to, I've always liked him. I was with
Yeah.
him for I wouldn't say more than 6 years
but you left him.
because of what happened.
So you didn't always like him.
I was like, the price went up, and I'll
Yeah.
pay you what you're
Yeah.
gonna charge me, but service has to be a $50 service.
You know, Stevie said it yesterday. You know, I was going to Dave for shit. I factored it up. It was probably like 25 years. I was
Yeah.
going with her. And we switched because of that. I finally had the last straw, you know. Same shit.
Yeah.
You know, she'd walk off. I'd be like,
Yeah.
what the fuck she at? She'd
Yeah.
come in with some fruit and eat. And some girls walk in. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, fuck this. 3 hours late and shit. And Stevie was like, man, we've been going to Virgil for a long time. And like I said, you know, he's great. He went up. He was, I want to say 25 or 30. I can't remember. And when he went up, he was real apologetic to
Yeah.
35, and that's beard and everything. And I was like, look, bro, just like our jobs, we
Yeah.
want raises, you know,
Yeah.
so don't trip on it. And,
Yeah.
you know, the atmosphere there is good. Like we went yesterday and fucking there's a whole poker. They're always playing poker, same usual suspects. And we've got to know me and Stevie just being there. You know, we didn't know them before, and they see us every week when we're there. So, but it's dabbing each other up, you know, you know, it's cool. I think only maybe out of the 5 years, only 3 times we've had an issue. One a couple weeks ago. I forgot where we were going. I really needed one, and I showed up at lunch, and the guy finished. And I was about to sit down. And he was like, "Hey, bro," he goes, "I'm one person behind."
Yeah.
The guy
And
just
that happens.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like I said. This may be the second time
Yeah.
in 5 years, but the guy that went before me didn't have an appointment.
Yeah.
He usually does.
Yeah.
So when he walked in, he pulled like
Okay.
a barbershop.
Yeah.
The movie, he sat down and he was like, "Wait a minute, bro." You know, so I was kind of pissed because I went on my lunchtime. Wasted. He didn't tell me till after.
Yeah.
You know, he could have shot me a text, but I wasn't tripping. You know, because there's been times that I canceled on him. You know what I mean? And so it goes both ways. But I love. Shout out to Virgil. I tipped him again because Stevie usually gets a design on the back, and he doesn't charge. The other barber charges $5, so I always throw him a little extra. And then I noticed Stevie had another design, so I was like, man, that takes time. So I shot him another $5 for the
Yeah.
design. But nah, Virgil, he you know, Legacy Barbershop, they always on point.
So what's your normal tip for the barber?
Man, I'll be honest, man. I usually don't tip, you know, because that's what he said too. He goes, you know, with me going up, that if you don't tip, it kind of, not that he does it for tips, but just a normal cut. I don't tip. It's
Yeah.
35. That's the price. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Um, but every now and then I tip them. Like when we went the last week, me and Stevie hadn't got a haircut for like a month. I've been so busy. Hey, he couldn't even see the line no more with it, so he had to do one. So I tipped him an extra $10. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So when he goes out of his way or something, I tip him. But normally I don't.
Okay.
But I do like him, like during the holidays and
Yeah.
shit like that. I tip him because you know what I mean. We're all going through the same shit.
Yeah.
But the experience is good. He's normally at the most maybe 5-10 minutes
Yeah.
late. Like I said, good conversation. You know what I mean. Everybody's got the music going.
Yeah.
It's a male friendly.
Yeah.
And the service is good. And there's been times that actually that day he ended up fitting me in later that night. He made up for it and all that. So it's all good. Barbers they're important, man. You just can't go nowhere. So maybe if it don't work out with this guy, you can go hit up my barber.
And I think it will.
And it's in the hood too.
I think it's a little bit different now. It's not like the pool table card playing type of shop, but it's just it's good conversation. And,
yeah.
And like I said, I just love going to him. It's just that I just got that, bro. I'm sitting in the chair and go eat. Like, you can do this, especially
fuck
charging
that.
$50 for a cut. I'm expecting, and I got the service that I felt like I deserved for the $50.
And the guys, they're funny, man. Me and Stevie are always tripping out, man. The stories that motherfuckers.
And that's why I liked my old barbershop. Where he's at, the old guy. The shop was fucking funny as hell. The dudes in there. And the guys that Julian has, they're younger, but it was still a cool vibe and everything. But whatever, it is what it is. So
like we walked in yesterday, and one guy, I guess he hit a big pot. He's like, "Man, puro Laredo, way," all happy. And then as they're walking out, they're like, "One dice roll. All right, man, just one. Let's go 25. 20. One more, motherfucker." You know what I mean? And they got the beer right there. It'd be fucking 8 a.m, and the motherfuckers like they never left. They're still drinking. But good people, man. And I guess it gives me back to that. It's just hood motherfucker, so it kind of catches me up. What's going on? You know what I mean? And, and it's tripped out. So I enjoy it. Before, like I said, I think I mentioned it was like a beauty salon.
Yeah, I remember that.
But over here, the boys enjoy it. You know what I mean? They got a little basketball thing for the kids and shit. And of course, when the women with the kids walk in, we got to tone it down, turn the music and shit. So, but barbershop, I love my barber. He's a cool motherfucker. But on another note, man, I was talking to Big Chris, and I noticed by your comments, you watching it all the way through, man. So I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, Chris, yeah.
And sometimes I wonder, like, man, he comments a lot, but I'm him because if I'm watching a podcast, I'm commenting when they're saying shit.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So that's why it comes a lot. So I don't wait till the full hour of what I'm watching. You know what I mean? So like, right now we're talking about washers. I might say, "Oh fuck, man, I bought a new washer," and then I hear another subject, and then I'm putting a comment on this shit. So. I could tell with the comments, and as his comments went on, that he's watching it through. You know what I mean? And it was a good episode, man. I didn't get to. I listened to it. I don't watch it because I'm usually driving.
Yeah,
man, shit had me laughing too, man.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, that shit tripped out. So it was a good episode, man. Glad to be back, like you said. Get that consistency back.
Yeah, we're just shit happens, and we're dads, husbands, and.
I told Stevie that we talked about his first day. He goes, "For real?"
Yeah.
I go, "Yeah, Theo JJ has mentioned on there, if you don't mind talking about it." I was like, "Yeah, fuck it, why not?" But he's like, "She listens to it." I go, "She does, yeah."
Tell her comment.
Well, that's what I said, but he said she only listens to it to see if you talk about me. I said, "Well, I do." He goes, "What?" He goes, "At what minute do y'all talk about?" I go, "You watch the whole shit, man. Yeah, watch it. You find out." But he's like, "Well, what did you say?" And I was like, "Nothing bad."
Yeah.
I didn't say nothing bad. So tell her to hit that like button and subscribe and shit.
That's funny.
Yeah, he was tripping out. I said, "No, I didn't say nothing bad, man." I said, Theo JJ talked about some stuff with Chris. I said, "Hey, it's a podcast, man. We're gonna talk about what we're gonna talk about. Don't do nothing bad. It won't be nothing bad to talk about." You know what I'm saying? Give me some good shit to brag about. I'll gladly do that. But it's a trip, man. I just look at Stevie and we talked about it. I'm a reflector. I don't know if that makes sense. Like I sit. I don't know if you call it sit in your feelings, but I think about when I'm dead. I think about what people are gonna think about me. I think about I want my kids to make sure. I don't do it for that reason, but I want them to be able to say, damn, I look back and say, damn, my dad really taught me some shit.
Yeah.
Or talk to their kids and say, your grandpa taught me this type of shit. So I look at that shit, pictures, I take a lot of pictures. Like people tell me, damn, you got, and I'm like, when I'm at my funeral, I don't want my video clip to be real quick.
Just the same fucking pictures.
Same fucking pictures. So I take, and it was funny because, I made that comment at Christmas. We go to Leslie or something. I said, man, I need some pictures for my funeral. She goes, I look at it the same way, you want some cool pictures. And speaking on that, I was going through a bunch of our old shit, just see if there's any comments that been added since that we hadn't seen or whatever. And I was like, damn, we got a lot of, we both gonna die one day, I'll be like, man, these gonna be some good memories that we spent together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I look at that shit. Sometimes it's because it's the alcohol making me look at that shit, but I reminisce a lot. And like yesterday, I forgot me and Steve were driving, and I just started talking about the hood. Grew up and it's nostalgia.
Yeah.
I had some good times there. A lot of bad times as an adult with the troubles with the kids. But I was telling about homeboy next door, Stephen McGallion. You remember that white boy Stephen that used to live next door? He might have moved in. I used to always hang around, but he moved in next door.
I remember the name, but I don't remember.
They had a blue little station wagon, but they moved in next door, and he had an Uncle Tommy. Everybody knew Uncle Tommy. He had been in the pen. He was paralyzed, but he had a fucking Monte Carlo SS. Bad motherfucker. But he had hand controls. And it's funny because he hauled ass, and he lived where June's parents lived, not the next door, but the next one. He lived in 2 houses from there. So across from Mom's and 2 houses down. The house burned down. And I remember he moved, and as they were taking the shit out the house, man, they were bringing out fucking Nazi flags and KKK shit. And like, damn, fucking Uncle Tommy was KKK this whole time. But he was cool with all the kids on the block. Or maybe he was like...
but maybe that was when he was locked up.
Maybe, yeah. And we were young then, so now we'd probably say, hell yeah, that motherfucker was a wood in the pen. Motherfucker straight white power.
There's one customer of ours, he's an older guy. He has prison tattoos.
Yeah.
He's a nice fucking guy.
Yeah.
Cool as hell, but he has those type of tattoos.
Yeah.
And I'm like, maybe it was just part of what he had to do
just like
when he was locked up.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah. So I don't, like I said, he's, like I think we said, I don't judge people, political beliefs or nothing like that. If you're cool with me, fuck it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I see those tattoos and I don't judge them by that.
Yeah.
Because tattoo, you can't take it off.
Yeah.
Right? Or why would, the way I see it is, I put this on for a reason.
Yeah.
Why am I going to take it off? Maybe it has a story.
Yeah,
Maybe he can tell me a story like, I used to because I had to fucking survive or whatever,
And that's true, as a Mexican, you go in. As a Mexican, you go in there, and most people already know what you're gonna have to go through. When you go to prison, you're gonna have to get down.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. As a Mexican, you go in there, you already know you're gonna get that quota check. You can get checked up. So as a white guy, it's same shit, just on a different level. So. But yeah, we're like, damn, Uncle Tommy, man.
Yeah.
That's what he's calling. There goes Uncle Tommy flying by, all paralyzed, motherfucker.
Fuck it.
You know what I mean? But we're just talking about little shit like that, man. And
same thing like with me and Bea when we went to Big T and everything, and then about even with the other boys about music. We talk about the music we listen to and stuff like that. And then like one thing, when I'm out here working on the cars or the house, nobody really comes out where I don't bug them like I got bugged. Or you come out here. And then one day I told them, well, who's going to do it when I'm not around or when y'all move out or whatever? Well, we're going to call you. Like, okay. I'll take that. You know what I mean?
Music's another thing. It's, makes me reflect.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, there's different... And I listen to everything except Spanish music besides, what do they call? Pollo Regio?
Fresa Regio.
Yeah, there you go. Besides them, but I don't listen to a lot no more. But like Sade, Sade.
Yeah.
I'll be jamming her. A lot of times coming here. And the boys they like it.
Yeah.
There's one. It's called King of Sorrow. That motherfucker was hard. Even the other night we were all stressed out at work. Everybody was talking shit, stressed out. I said, "Hold on, man." I put on some Sade and like just got quiet, man. It's just so smooth.
The mood, the vibe.
Yeah, it's just so smooth and shit. Or I listen to some country or. I
listen to a lot of different stuff too.
Some Nirvana, you know what I mean? Some Red Hot Chili Peppers, and then goes to some straight gangster shit. You know what I mean? Like, YouTube, my playlist is crazy. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? I mean, they'll be playing some Kanye, and then they'll go to 3 6, then they'll go to Red Hot Chili Pepper. You know, so listen to everything, but everything, like I said, I don't know why I just reflect on life a lot.
With music, because it brings you back to back then. Like
Eras,
when I
different
listen,
eras.
I still love Cypress Hill, and I listen to them. It takes me back to high school or my little gray car.
Yeah,
Wu Tang Clan too. And that kind of stuff is like brings you
yeah.
back.
Like that song. What is it? How's it go? I don't practice Santeria.
Yeah,
I ain't got. That
that's
reminds me of California with you.
that's the song that if I ever do karaoke, that's how I'm gonna do
Yeah,
it too.
and that reminds me of just California. It
Yes,
reminds me
yeah,
of you. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Of being out there. So different shit. That's a jam, anyways.
It's a
Because I think
yeah,
you
hell
showed me
yeah,
that song. You're like
yeah, probably so.
Sancho
Yeah,
45. You
yeah,
know what I mean? So I'm just that way. And when you're dead, well, depends what you believe. But I don't know. I look at shit like that. I don't put on the front. I just want people to remember the good shit about me. I want
yeah,
people to be able to say good shit about me.
yeah,
You know what I mean? I don't want, there's some people that are just fucking assholes, won't have nobody at their funerals or nobody ain't got nothing good to say. You know
yeah,
what I mean? So I just look at that shit. I just want my kids to make sure that when I leave, they have the lessons and they know that dad tried or they can
yeah,
reflect and say, man, my dad told me about this shit.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So, it is what it is. We all gonna die one day. But no, I don't know, man. I have some good memories, man. Been through a lot of shit, a lot of good times, a lot of shit that made me who I am today. You know what I'm saying? And avoided a lot of shit. I got in a lot of shit, but I was smart enough to know when to
yeah,
pull back.
yeah.
Because knock on wood, man, I'm one of the few. Speaking of that shit, real quick, I know we're running over, but with Jose yesterday, we were talking about something, and he's like, "Man, I don't have my license." I'm like, "Man, what happened? Suspended?" He goes, "Yeah, from that one time."
Yeah.
And there was a time I was out of town, and it's a funny story. I hope you don't mind, but I mean, this is a long time ago. But he was doing laundry at his mom's, and some of his sister's clothes got mixed up with his, and his wife found some underwear, but they were
Yeah.
sisters.
Okay.
Like, who the fuck is these
Yeah,
underwears?
yeah, yeah.
And so Meyer happened to be out of town, so I'm like, come over here for a party and shit. So we went out to a club. It was on Greenville called Sopranos. And me, one thing I don't like to do, I've never been a drinker and driver, but he was like, I can drive, fool. I got it. I got it. I was like, okay, cool, fuck it, let's go. We're gonna go to the strip club, and I can tell the story, Myers, a long time ago. Um, he goes, I can drive, so we pull out the parking lot. He runs the first fucking stop sign. We get T-bone, fucking twirling around, hit a fucking pole, and he goes to jail for DWI.
Yeah.
Cops and he wanted to run, but I was like, motherfucker, you can't run.
Yeah.
This is my car. You were driving it.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like, I'm not gonna switch places with you.
Yeah.
I felt bad though, because I'm like, damn, I couldn't drive, but in the long run, he was like, I can drive, but I felt bad because he had to go. I mean, the cops came, they took him to jail, and it's funny because I knew the cops were coming. We had some shit on us. We've been drinking, so he's like, fuck it, I gotta stay. I'm like, yeah, you got to, bro. The first initial was to run. So I'm standing in the crowd, like I don't know what's going on, but I'm concerned. So, and I know, I mean, we're in a big collision, so I know he's not all good. I know he hit
Yeah.
his fucking head, and I'm looking, and the cops are there looking for it. And I'm like, is that guy all right, man? He got hit pretty hard. And he's looking at me. And he goes, come here, man. He goes, you were in that fucking car, right? I'm like, no way. He goes, you got fucking beer all over you.
Yeah.
And I did. I'm like, I wasn't in that fucking car. He goes, it's your car. He got the last names,
Yeah.
and and I was like, well, I was in the front waiting for him to come pick me up. And of course, he's like saying the same shit. Not going to say, yeah, you were with me. You know what I mean? Somebody had to get the other one out.
Yeah.
And I don't end up going. But from there, so last night I was like, damn, I always felt bad about that shit. I didn't know you were still dealing with it. So now I feel bad again. He's like, nah, fool. It was, I told you I could drive. I was like, but still,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
affecting you today. So, that was a fucking crazy night, man. I'm like, fuck, man. And I mean, literally, we pull out, fucking runs the first stop sign, and we didn't make it a fucking block away. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Then I pick up Myra in the other car, and she's like, where's the good car? I'm like,
Yeah.
I got something to tell you. We get
Shit.
back home, and that motherfucker was fucked up. So. But anyway, shout out to that homeboy Jose,
Yeah.
man, baby G, man. That's my boy. It's like a brother, man. We've been through a lot of shit, and we're here these days, to
Yeah.
talk about it. So, other than that, man, I got a light week coming up. A couple inspections, but we should be good. And then
Yeah.
the stress is gone, thankfully. So
Yeah.
we're good. We're good. We're good. Rangers are falling off these last 2 games. They're fucking. We're like 2.5 games behind. Now they're like 5 games.
Yeah. They can't win the series. At least not they can't be consistent with winning the series. I mean,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
But like I said, I had a few people hit me up, say that the last episode was good. So we'll keep it going, be more consistent for the
Yeah.
haters that want us to keep missing. I ain't gonna say no names, but they in the vicinity right now. Myra, maybe she doesn't hate because she don't even know I'm here. She's asleep.
Yeah, yeah.
By the time she wakes up, I'm already on the couch chilling. So
Yeah.
she don't know where the fuck I went. But I'm telling the boys that like and comment, man, get on there,
Yeah.
fucking support. So we'll see how it goes. But anyways, Stevie's back at school. How's Bear's first week? Good.
It was good. She's busy with sports and stuff like that, so that's about to ramp up with volleyball tryouts and stuff like that next week. Don't expect that she won't make it, but you never know.
Hey, never take it for granted.
She's working hard though. She knows what she got to do.
Yeah, even with Stevie, like a team, and then they're going into the next season.
Yeah.
One thing I've been with Stevie, like, say he's on the team and they're having tryouts. You're on the team. I'll be like, or you assume. I don't send them with that jersey of the same team that he's still on. You know what I mean? I'm like, no, you trying out just like everybody else. Don't assume it.
There'll always be somebody coming up that be like, oh shit, just like he came up.
So we had a parent text me yesterday, and they were like, "What's y'all plans for the fall?" And I said, "Well, if he makes the team, just keep playing with the same teams. He should be all right." I'm like,
yeah,
you never know.
You never know.
You never know. So, anyways, other than that, man, that's all I got this week, man.
Yeah, we're good. Just same old this week, and see what pops off this week.
Yeah, it's always an adventure, day by day, man. Yeah. Every day's an adventure. Hopefully, knock on wood, we both have some good luck. Nothing goes bad. Nothing goes wrong. You know what I mean? So, but you never know. Life is life. So it is what it is. We just roll with the punches.
So yeah, we'll hope it should work out when we come back next week again. 3 in a row.
3 in a row. Hey, I ain't got no plans. You know what I mean? Yeah. So until baseball season starts again. But yeah, we'll get back at it next week.
All right. Well, y'all have a good one. Good week, everybody. Steven.
Have a good week. Yes, sir.
Have a good one. See y'all later.
Later.